Hello friends, is button next episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing NCERT quick reference. Chapter is Cell, the Unit of Life, episode 5. And what all things we'll be discussing in this episode, for that I will share the screen. It is quick reference. You will remember, short question I am putting daily, first year and second year combined. So subscribe is button to get all this. So I will share the screen so we can proceed. So I think screen came, so we can proceed. NCERT quick reference, Unit of Life, Cell, fifth one. And what all things we'll be discussing in this episode: Endomembrane System, Endoplasmic Reticulum, Golgi Apparatus, Lysosome and Vacuole, 8.5.3, 8.5.3.1, 8.5.3.2, 3.3, 3.4. And all references are made based on NCERT reprint edition, March 2024. So we can proceed. 8.5.3 Endomembrane System. So starting with the question, what is endomembrane system? So when we try to define endomembrane system, see, okay, we can proceed. Different, we can find different cell organs in eukaryotic cell. Different cell organs in eukaryotic cell. So among these, some cell organs work in a coordinated manner. Work in a coordinated manner. In which respect? Functional aspects. Functional aspects. And they constitute what is meant by endomembrane system. Endomembrane system. And how many organelles are put under endomembrane system? Basically 4. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome, and vacuole. I think definition clear, cell organs clear. Now we can proceed to endoplasmic reticulum. NCERT diagram given there, labeled diagram. It's a usual question. And how that name came? Name is due to network-like arrangement. Network-like arrangement, reticulum arrangement. Wherever the term reticulum comes, network-like arrangement. And where it is seen in cytoplasm. And what are the 3 components of endoplasmic reticulum? 1, that is cistern. 2, it is tubules. And 3, it is vesicles. I think first page is clear. Now we can proceed to second page. So when we come to second page, so when we discuss endoplasmic reticulum, see, we can find 2 areas. One is luminal and other is extraluminal compartments. Common question for a NEET exam, theory exam, NCERT. And what is meant by this term? See, the two spaces of intracellular area, intracellular area or compartment, that is better term. Compartments. In ear, luminal means inside the endoplasmic reticulum. Luminal means inside the endoplasmic reticulum, and extraluminal means extraluminal means outside, that meaning. Extraluminal means in cytoplasm. I think that area is clear. Popular question. Luminal and extraluminal. Luminal and extraluminal. Now, ER in connection with the ribosome, 2 types. One is SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Second is rough endoplasmic reticulum, where we'll be starting with ARIA. So when we come to ARIA, it is commonly seen in cells. Which are actively involved in connection with the protein synthesis. Actively involved in connection with the protein synthesis. Comma, we can also find in secretory cells, secretions. And their nature is extensive. They are continuous with the outer membrane, it's important, of nucleus. It is given in NCERT page number 95. Now, when we come to SER, sorry, SCR is connected with the synthesis of lipids. Synthesis of lipids. The cells of animals. So when we refer animal cells of animal cells, we can find a hormone, steroid hormone. Steroid hormones. Lipid-like. Lipid-like synthesized in SCR. Synthesized in SCR. Sterol. S. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And that is given in NCERT page number again 95. That is regarding endoplasmic reticulum. Now we can proceed to Golgi apparatus. First observed in 1889. 1898. 1898 by Camillo Golgi. How or what is the nature of densely stained network or reticular structure near nucleus? Later name Golgi bodies has been given after the famous scientist Camillo Golgi. Structure. When we come to structure values, that is always remember NCERT value we have to take. Diameter is 0.5 mu m to 1 mu m with many flat-like. Many will be there flat-like. Shape, what scientists say it is disc shape, sacs. Or we will be calling it as a term that is called cisternae. Cisternae. And this cisternae are arranged in concentric manner, close to nucleus and stacked parallel to each other. So close to nucleus having clear one, convex, otherwise called cis, otherwise called forming face. Important. Like luminal and extraluminal forming face and concave, otherwise called trans, otherwise called maturing phase. Maturing phase. And interestingly, we can find cis and trans phases are entirely different important, but they are interconnected. And what is importance of Golgi body and its functions? One main function is packaging. Packaging either to inside the cell or to outside the cell. To outside the cell. And how it is packed? It is packed in vesicular form. I think up to that it is clear. Now, what is the procedure for this? See, the procedure includes vesicles from ear, fuses with the cis phase, that is why it is called forming phase, cis phase of Golgi apparatus, and then move towards maturing phase. This is the reason why we can find endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus lies closer. Famous question. Now, proteins produced by ribosome in connection with the ear, so of endoplasmic reticulum, are then modified. It has to be modified in the cistern of Golgi apparatus. Cistern of Golgi apparatus, then it is released through the trans phase of Golgi apparatus. That is one major function. Other is glycoproteins and glycolipids are produced through Golgi apparatus. I think I declare we can proceed to next page. Now comes next cell organ lysosome. It is formed from Golgi apparatus by packaging, and it is having membrane. Lysosome having membrane. Lysosome is very rich in hydrolytic enzymes, which include common category. It is hydrolases. Enzyme nomenclature will be studied, which include carbohydrates. So respective chemicals can be digested. Lipases, proteases, this all will be digested. And in acidic pH, that is another important question. Acidic pH, it shows optimal activity, best activity, acidicity. The enzyme can digest various chemicals, including even nucleic acids. Now comes the term vacuole, seen in cytoplasm. Vacuole seen in cytoplasm. It is membrane-bound space. Membrane is called tonoplast. Another important question. Membrane tonoplast. Vacuolar membrane is called tonoplast. It contains excretory products like that excretory products, sap, water, and other substances not useful for the cell. In plant cells, the value up to even 90% important data of the volume of the cell is occupied by the vacuole. The tonoplast helps in transport of different chemicals and materials against concentration gradient to where? Into vacuole. So against concentration gradient into the vacuole. In organisms like amoeba, osmoregulation, that is one function, and excretion, that is another function, is connected with contractile vacuole. In many cells, engulfed food particles form food vacuoles. I think idea clear that four structures: endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome, vacuole, and endomembrane system. If you like this episode, subscribe Ace Botany. Like it, share it, comment on it. We made full detail note already there in YouTube. These are quick reference for NCERT. So for time being, we can wind up. Take care. Bye. Thank you.